So since I purchased this vehicle back in April, I have tried making it my mission to basically bring this car back to life and get it kind of up to my standards a little bit. And those of you that have been following along with the channel, we've done everything from mechanical work to window tint, so on and so forth. You name it, we have done it. But there's been one thing about this car that has been really, really bugging me, and that's the front bumper. Now, because it's plastic, there's some blemishes on there that you really can't get out. It's been scraped up. It used to have a front plate on it. We took that off. There was some holes that we filled in. It just has seen better days. But luckily, in today's video, we got something good for you guys. Our good friends over at Partify were kind enough to send me a new front bumper painted to match for the Chrysler 300 SRT8. So in this video today, we are going to be going ahead, removing the stock front bumper. Going to do an unboxing video for you guys of that part. We're going to go over everything, how it fits, how it's holding up, the weight of it, how the paint to match is, because obviously it's dirty right now, but this is a really nice black color with a sparkle in it, like a flake. So I'm really curious if that new bumper from them is truly going to match up how it should. So we are going to do all of that in today's video. So stick around. I'm of course going to do a before and after clips at the end, but I just kind of want to give you guys a general idea of the process, the unboxing. I'm really excited. Let's get into it, man. So the one really good thing about Partify, and the thing that's kind of unique to them, is, as you can see, this box is very long. And the reason for that is that the bumper itself is not folded up. So there's competitors and other companies that when they go to send you a bumper or any sort of, you know, panel or body part for your car, they tend to fold it over on itself so that they could save cost on shipping. But Partify stresses that they do not fold any of their parts. They ship them all exactly how they are, unfolded, paint to match, ready to go to your VIN, so that you don't have to deal with any sort of cracking or anything peeling on the paint or any sort of blemishes, so on and so forth. So shout out to them for that, because that makes it easier for us. No surprises. We should be able to get this thing open and have it looking as it should. So let's crack this box open. As you can see, we got the 300 over here in the bay, ready to go. And one last look at this front end with the stock bumper on there. She's seen better days. Oh no. And as you guys know, we got Al giving me a hand today. My guy, always helping out. He's gonna make some magic happen with this. It's easier just with the two of us, so I can kind of film and give him a hand when he needs it, and we can kind of document everything for you guys. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna have Al giving me a little bit of a hand here so we could pop this open for you guys. All right, a little bubble wrap, nice to see. Oh, it looks like they wrapped it in like a, almost like a foam, right?
Yeah.
Really nice. All right, let's try to, I'm gonna help Al. We're gonna get this thing out. We'll unwrap it. So we used the bubble wrap they supplied us to set her down. As you can see, nothing left, just a big empty box, but fair enough. Let's go ahead and see what we got. We're gonna cut this tape, but so far it's wrapped real nice. Obviously the box wasn't damaged or bent up or anything like that, which is always a good sign. Let's see what we're working with. This one right here. Boom. She's tucked away nice and neat. What's on there, like a powder?
Yeah, probably a powder, just so it doesn't get all scratched up, possibly.
Yeah, they probably sprinkle it in there.
Yeah.
It's like a baby powder, right? What is it? Like looks like flour. And it does even have your nozzles there too, because this model does come with the headlight washer, so that's nice to see so far. So obviously we got to clean it up, but even just this little spot right here, you can see we're starting to see that flake, which is a really good sign, because that's something that's kind of hard to mimic, or harder to mimic. So the fact that we're able to see little bits and pieces of that already poking through the paint is huge. It's a good sign. But yeah, I'm guessing that powder, like you said, is probably just like an extra way to like
keep it protected,
like
yeah.
have this glide on it instead of scratching on it or pulling on it.
Yeah,
which is nice. I'm gonna get into it a little bit later for you guys, but as you can see, this front bumper has like this ventilation on the front, which my stock one doesn't. Like I said, I'll explain that a little bit later. Me and the representative I was working with were kind of going back and forth on that, and I'll explain it in a bit. But for now, everything with the packaging to what we see so far is a plus, man. Everything looks as it should. So let's get moving. So we started off taking out these push pins up top. Took the tires off so it's easier, but you got to take out all these push pins on the inside, basically, so we could get this front bumper popped off. Other side, same thing. And we should be able to pull this baby straight off. All right, so here's a little update. Not only are we swapping out this bumper, but we are actually doing this radiator as well. So we're kind of doing two birds with one stone. Before we throw the new bumper on, we're gonna throw on this new Mishimoto radiator. The old bumper's right here. We were taking out the stuff for the headlights as well as those nozzles I was telling you guys about. And then we got the new radiator right here from Mishimoto. Throwing the fans on with the 180-degree thermostat because this old one was leaking. So getting it all dialed in. All right, so we got the side markers added in, the fog lights, as well as the headlight washers and the old grill. This is an aftermarket grill I had, so that fit in just fine, as it should. And we will go ahead and get this baby now slapped onto the car and then clean this up and really see how it matches up. But as for the bumper itself, everything came, like I said, guys, the packaging, I mean, you guys saw how it was wrapped, but even everything, the way it feels, and just from what we're able to see, we'll see more when we clean it up, but nothing crazy or like ripples or anything wrong with the paint, at least so it seems so far. So like I said, once we clean this thing up, we'll really be able to get a good look. But for now, really looking nice. Boom. Yes, sir. All right, so after a long day in the shop, we have everything going. The bumper wasn't the issue. The bumper was pretty easy, you know, taking off the old one and putting the new one on. But the radiator stuff we had going on took a little bit more time. But let's get back to this bumper because we kind of got this thing washed down a little bit. So Al's been washing this baby up, but we do got the front end dry for you guys so we can kind of see. So as you can see here, let me move over. Here's the line where the bumper's matching up to the rest of the car. And as you can see, this is very flush. So it fits very well. I'm super happy about it. Even right here where it meets up, you see, very nice fitment on the bumper as a whole. The grill, where we put the grill in, no weird gaps or anything like that. It's very uniform and consistent throughout. And obviously on my old bumper, like I showed you guys, it was all flat right here. There was no ventilation piece. Me and the representative from Partify, her name was Air, we spoke, and she said that basically this is the bumper that they have, that the one that I had on my car, that original stock one, is actually discontinued, which some of you guys have told me in the past. But regardless of that, I personally like the way this one looks better anyway, just with this extra ventilation right here. I just feel like it looks more mean and also more uniform around. Fog lights fit in perfectly. The little cutout there for the headlight washer housing fits perfectly. Nothing weird going on there. And then moving on over here, once again, as you can see, the fitment is just right where it should be. No uneven gaps. It's uniform throughout. And it's all flush like it should be. So overall, I'm super happy with the way it fits. And even when the bumper was off the car, when we were just moving it around, feeling it like it was like a sturdy, solid piece, a sturdy, solid bumper. It just felt like how it should feel. Now, moving on to like the paint. So really quick, before we get into the paint, I wanted to show you guys the car outside first. I mean, showing the car in Al's shop underneath the LED lighting is great, but because of the lighting, it does tend to show everything a lot more. So any minor imperfections or any paint that doesn't minorly match up, it's gonna expose that. And I will show you guys, you know, I will continue the video and show it underneath the shop lights, but I just wanted to get you an idea of how it looks out here in sunlight. You can see the hood where it goes into the bumper. Nothing crazy going on. You can see how it lines up. I just wanted to get you guys an idea because, like I said, Al's, you know, the lights that he has in that shop really show everything. So showing the car out here, it's very hard to tell that this is an aftermarket bumper or that it's been, you know, painted to match. So don't get alarmed if you see it underneath the shop lights and you're like, wow, it really doesn't look like it matches up that great. I think it matches up pretty great based off of what you can see here. All right, let's get back to it. Now, when you go through Partify, if you go on their website, you go to buy something that's paint to match, they go based off your VIN number. So if you could see here, there's the hood, and that's 20-year-old paint. You gotta remember the car's a 2006, so that's 20-year-old paint. It's been exposed to elements, sun, fading, and this is what they got. So if you look, the difference between the flaking from the hood going down to the bumper itself, they do still have that flaking in there, that black with that flaking, which is what you want, obviously, with this color. And you can kind of see it a bit more down here. It's like a bluish, greenish flake. The hood does look almost like it's a more greenish flake, but I do not think that's a problem with Partify's paint matching. I just simply think that from the amount of time this has been exposed to the elements over time, obviously, like I said, it fades and it might be a little bit off. But when you're looking at it from first glance with the shop lights here, I'm trying to get an idea so you guys can see. It doesn't look bad. I think they did a really good job with the paint matching itself. Like I said, paint matching is a very tricky thing, which is a lot of reason why people are afraid to kind of do things like this and get parts like this. But based off of what you see here, I think they did a pretty good job. So thumbs up for that, for the fitment as well as the paint itself. It just looks like really tight, muscular, like it should be. And down here on this lip here, nice, just front aggressive lip. A nice side from a shot from the side here, excuse me. So you guys could see. And from the side right here, as you could see. So you could kind of see the difference, almost like in the flake. From the top there to the bumper. It's almost like the top has like a greenish hue to it, where the bottom is more like a bluish. So that could be a mixture of not only just being exposed to the elements, but also like the paint match job itself might not be exactly spot on or exactly perfect, but we're also looking at this thing from 2 feet away with a bunch of shop lights on it. So when you look at it from a distance or outside in like real world, it does all tie in pretty nicely. Like, I don't think it's anything to be really picky about, all things considered. Like, Al just cut off the light behind me. And obviously when you look at it now like this, I mean, she blends in very, very nicely. So I don't know. It's another thing. I'll get a video outside in the sunlight of it too, so we can kind of see how it looks in just the natural light. It's dark out right now, but tomorrow I will add that to the end of this video. I'll get a video of it outside in the sunlight. Now, obviously, instead of saving that video for the end, I went ahead and showed you guys before, but regardless, you get the point. So all in all, with this experience with Partify and the part, I wanted to start from the beginning. The communication and the customer service from the beginning was like a 10 out of 10. The representative that helped me, her name was Air. She was super transparent, super cooperative with trying to get me get my VIN off me, get the correct bumper, show me what I'd be getting, was keeping me updated with shipping. Partify is actually located right in Michigan, so I'm in Chicago, and it didn't take long for me to get the bumper at all. But depending on where you're located in the United States, it might take you a little bit more time. Now, everything came packaged as you guys saw in the video. It was super, super nice the way they packaged everything up with bubble wrap and the foam and everything else. Like, there was not a problem or anything with the packaging. Nothing was damaged in transit. So that's also a thumbs up. It's like a 10 out of 10. For the part itself, and I wanted to kind of break it up, kind of like how I did in the video with fitment as well as the paint match. The fitment alone is like super, super good. It's a 10 out of 10. A lot of times when you get aftermarket stuff and you try to match it up with your stock setup, your stock car, whatever you want to call it, it's the fitment is the one thing that gets really tricky. You might be able to get one side in, but then the other side's misaligned, and then vice versa. So with this bumper, we had no problem getting it lined up. You know, everything screwed in the way it should have been, and it looked great. Like, everything fitment wise is like, it's right where it should be. When it comes to the paint is just like, it's a tricky thing, especially when you're trying to do this where you're, you know, a 20-year-old car, you're trying to match up the paint just based off of the VIN. Obviously, they didn't have my car with them in person. They're just going off of the paint code from the factory. And although it does look good, and they did have the flake in it like it's supposed to and everything like that, as you can see from some of those shots in the video that we did, it wasn't obviously super ideal. It wasn't bad, but it also wasn't perfect, and I didn't expect it to be perfect. The paint, I want to give it like a 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. I feel like for the most part, as long as you don't have it under Al shop lights, which you're not going to, in like everyday real world driving, having the car out and about outside, like, you're really not going to notice it unless you really get down and pay attention. Or if there's like direct sunlight beaming on it and you're like kind of sitting there trying to pair it up. But yeah, I mean, like I said, paint is a tricky thing, but all things considered, I think they did do a very good job all in all with it. I mean, I know it looks better than how my stock bumper did look, because my stock bumper was tore up, man. It was messed up, blemishes all over the place. So all in all, Partify, they did a great job. Once again, shout out to them for sending over the bumper to me. Shout out to them for, you know, taking the time to do it and to trust me with doing the video. I appreciate you guys once again. Thank you so much. And if you guys are interested, go ahead. I'm going to leave a link to their website in the description. Type in your vehicle, check it out. If you need parts, maybe you got like a little fender bender, maybe you got something damaged, or maybe you just want like a new look or to clean it up, go ahead and look at their parts, see how much they cost. And I even got a discount link for you guys that I will leave in the comments below. So feel free to go ahead and use that and save some money. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks again for dropping by the channel. And as always, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.